dews on the ground, and the earwigs are flying. The snails all around on their couches are lying. We're a happy family, I'd like you all to know. We live with Uncle Joe in a little bungalow. It has got a garden and it keeps him on the go. When a friend says, where's your uncle? We just answer, oh, he's mucking about the garden, always on the go. Seeds begin to show, weeds begin to grow, mucking about the garden, dear old Uncle Joe. Works for hours among the flowers and then begins to grow. Everything is lovely, lovely, everywhere, everywhere. Morning, noon and night he's on the go. Oh, mucking about the garden, dear old Uncle Joe. Sings ripe tomatoes, apples or plums, watching his onions grow. I will now expound. Always plant rice pudding seeds a mile beneath the ground. Go and get your toasting fork, you'll find there's lots of jobs on. And don't forget that radishes are watercress with knobs on. And there's one thing more I'd like to say while on this tack. If your rhubarb's far too forward, simply bend it back.
The following short poem was inspired by Bill Oddie, and was most definitely not written by Edgar Allan Poe, or any other poet of significance. In my underpants, a prickly pear does lie, a thorny guest that makes me squirm and sigh. Its spiky tendrils, a painful surprise, a cruel twist of fate, I cannot deny. Oh, how it pricks and pokes with every move, a constant reminder of a prickly groove. I dance and sway, trying to find relief, but find no solace from this prickly thief. Yet in this discomfort, a lesson I find, to embrace life's challenges, unkind. For amidst the pain, a strength does arise, a resilience, a fire within my eyes. So, prickly pear, though you cause me distress, I'll face your thorns with grace and finesse.
The prickly pear. That's a prickly pear. This thing here with the spikes on it like that. Some people say it's got anti-inflammatory properties, cures hangovers. That would be useful. A lot of other things as well. However, I just love growing them in my garden. This one in particular is an Apunchus sandiana. The spikes in themselves aren't too much of a problem. It's these little glochid things, groups of hairy spikes, very, very tiny hairy spike or barbs. They stick in your skin and cause a rash. Not very nice at all. The reason I'm talking about the Apunchus sandiana is that it's as tough as old boots. I planted this here in 2015. It's really been incredibly tough. It's been buried in snow, blown over, hacked back. Never rotted, never flowered, just grown. I've got over a dozen of these in my garden now. It's pretty cool actually. I really like this cactus. Keeps the kids out of the garden. There was an incident at Wisley a little while ago where some child fell into a cactus in the glass house. That's very funny actually, I think. I'd love to have seen that. I'd have probably collapsed they'd had to carry me out on a stretcher. I might have passed out through laughing too much. Either way, go back to the Opuntia sandiana. They're hardy to -20, probably less than that. They'll go even lower. I don't know what the limit is. I know they're okay to -20. I've never had a problem with growing outside in the UK. This monster, it will be propped up soon because we're in October. As soon as they get a bit cold, they do start to flop. Well, this little chappie, lovely isn't it, is an Opuntia humifusa. I know it's covered in leaves at the moment. I know it's all spread out, sprawled, squashed down. They grow like that anyway, to be honest. When the weather gets cold, they really shrivel up. The remarkable thing about the Opuntia humifusa is that they flower here in the UK regularly. The ones I've got in my garden always even with flowers, sometimes 30 or 40 flowers per plant. If you're very, very lucky, occasionally you might spot a bumblebee on one of the flowers and you just happen to have your camera with you. Happened to me once in 10 years. There we go. It's worth capturing the moment though, isn't it, really? Of course, flowers mean fruit. In the case of the Opuntia humifusa anyway. Always fruits every year. Here they are. One of the many things I find fascinating about prickly pears is the apparent genetic variation. We've got two cacti here growing under the Rocky Mountain juniper in the garden facing southwest. Both quite happy, flower every year, but they look quite different. One's got glochids and the other one hasn't. They're both called and sold to me as Opuntia humifusas. The one without the glochids, I've never seen a prickly pear like that before. Not one that's hardy anyway, and this has been here quite some time. Flowers every year and they seem very happy, so it's an odd one. If anybody's got any ideas, please let me know. The Opuntia ficus indica is supposedly edible. Well, you can cut the pads up after you've taken the glochids off, cut them up, cook them like runner beans. They're edible. If you're desperate, maybe that's what you'd eat. The fruit, well, again, you have to take the glochids off. They can be eaten raw. I've tried this. Wouldn't really recommend it unless you were absolutely desperate or starving. Unpleasant, yes. Unpalatable, yes. Absolutely disgusting, yes. That's what I reckon.
The Opuntia stricta is half hardy. Fortunately, I have a lot of cuttings, as all my outdoor ones died last December. They root easily and grow very quickly, sometimes around 30 centimeters a year.
This is going to be really exciting because I'm now going to talk to you about botanical Latin and pronunciation of plant names. Now here's a thought. In a book written in the 1960s, first published in the 1960s, called Botanical Latin by a guy called William Thomas Stern. He knew his stuff, didn't he? He's talking about classical Latin as being a close approximation of what the Romans might have sounded like. I don't know quite how they'd know that, don't know enough about it, but there we go. He also goes on to mention something quite interesting, and that is that botanical Latin and medical Latin have sort of diverged, become languages in their own right, because so much stuff has been added to botanical Latin over the years that, well, it's so different to classical Latin. And not only that, there's a lot of regional variations on pronunciation of botanical Latin particularly. Medical Latin, that's another matter, that's probably important, but people need to know what you're talking about. With plants, does it really matter whether it's a glochid, a glochid or a glochid on a prickly pear? Does it really matter? Is it an Opuntia, Opuntia, Opuntia? I think Opuntia is probably better for me. It's easy to say, but whatever you call it, people know what you're talking about, so really does it matter?
Hello robot, do you understand jokes?
I don't really know what a joke is.
Well, why did the cactus cross the road?
Sorry, is this a joke? If it is, it's probably not a good one.
Yes it is, or at least, the start of one. So I'll start again. Why did the cactus cross the road?
I've no idea, as I don't know about any sort of cactus type things.
The answer is, because it was attached to the chicken.
Is that a joke? I don't understand.
You are an idiot. I thought it was funny.
So, I am an idiot because you are not funny? Is that right? But if you are not funny and you believe that you are, then maybe we are both idiots? Hey, I've learned something new.
Don't push your luck.
Live long and prosper.
Same to you. Now please let me get on with my work. Sorry about all that. John asked me to do this for a short YouTube thing on prickly pears. It's the best joke he could think of.
A sailor and his sweetheart were walking hand in hand. Ever so pretty they looked too. The day that he was sailing for a foreign land, all stations debarking, said he, "Oh, tell me, darling, what shall I bring you back?" She came a little closer, and then she said, "Oh, Jack, I want a banana. I want a banana. Bring me back a banana, sailor boy. I want a banana. I want a banana. That's a thing I really should enjoy." You can tell the captain, you can tell the crew, I don't want a monkey or a cockatoo. I want a banana, I want a banana. Bring me back a banana, sailor boy. You brought me back an orange, it gave me great delight. You brought me back a lemon, and you squeezed me tight. Woo! You brought me back a grapefruit, I paid you with a kiss. Now when you're in Jamaica, please remember this. I want a banana, I want a banana. Bring me back a banana, sailor boy. I want a banana, I want a banana. That's a thing I really should enjoy. You can tell the captain, you can tell the crew, I don't want a monkey or a cockatoo. I want a banana, I want a banana. Bring me back a banana, sailor boy. You brought me back a straw hat that came from Panama, a pair of coral earrings back from Zanzibar. My oriental trinkets are beautiful, no doubt, but when you're in Jamaica, oh, cut the knickknacks out. I want a banana, I want a banana. Bring me back a banana, sailor boy. I want a banana, I want a banana, That's the thing I really should enjoy. You can tell the captain, you can tell the crew, I don't want a monkey or a cockatoo. I want a banana, I want a banana. Bring me back a banana, sailor boy. You can tell the captain, you can tell the crew, I don't want a monkey or a cockatoo. I want a banana, I want a banana.